Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today I'm gonna do my Christmas tree. I've got it set up behind me. I'm actually gonna finally get to decorating it. Excuse me, my voice is about to go. But before I decorate my tree, I have to do a quick cleaning of my living room. There's no point in making my tree look nice when my living room does not. So I just have a little bit of tidying up. You know, it's like just after 8 in the morning. So I've had the tree set up for, I put it up on November 7th. So it's been up for a week. And so it means every day for this past week, I have been vacuuming up all these little artificial pine needles. I'm glad I don't have a real tree. I've never actually had a real tree. I've had real tree branches on around my fireplace before, and I don't like when you step on those little real needles. I'm glad these are these little plastic ones. They don't hurt to step on, but they just find their way everywhere. My pets are rolling in them. My cats are eating the tree. So I'm hoping if I can decorate the tree, then I can probably get my cats to stop eating the tree and pulling it down. So that is what I'm going to work with today. Now my first thing I will be doing will of course be like tidying up, but around the tree, like for my tree, because we have pets, and when my kids were little, same thing. I was always worried they were going to knock the tree over. So I just use duct tape and I just tape it to the top of this. I'm just using an extra nightstand. And so my tree is just taped onto here so it won't move, especially with the cats, when the cats try to, eat the branches or climb in the tree. But when this tree skirt is down, you can see the bottom of the nightstand. So I'm actually going to rotate the nightstand to the side. I haven't quite decided if I want to rotate it completely to the back. I might put this, because this has got this drawer, I might put this completely to the back and then wrap the nightstand in something, Christmas wrap, make it look like a present. I haven't quite decided for sure what I want to do, but I've done that in the past. If I don't like the table that it's on, I will just put something in front of there. And I also don't like the placement of my tree at the moment. I really want it centered, but it's not going to work centered because of my dog. We're trying to keep her out of the windows. But it's kind of tricky to do that right at the moment. We just seem to not have as much furniture as we did have. So we were getting rid of all the stuff, downsizing and getting ready to move. We decided we're going to wait till the spring to put our house up so I can relax for a few months. I don't have to worry about trying to, do any more major packing, which I think I've mostly done. So I'll get all my stuff I need for the tree. But first, I'm going to do a quick clean. There's not a lot to do in my living room right now. The doors need to be shut. Like I said, it's just the couch needs to get fixed. I mean, me and my husband, we fell asleep watching Star Trek, so we just on the couch. So all the blankets need to get fixed. My water bottles need to get put in recycling. I've got my Bible sitting out here. I got to put them away. So there's not a lot to do in the living room. And then I come over here to the coat rack. It's like shoes on the floor, coats on there. That's got to get dealt with. In here, there's a few things on the counter that's got to get put away. I've got my dishes are all clean, but I just have to put the clean dishes away. I didn't get a chance to do that last night. And then in here, just have some of the fall decor stuff I got to go and put away. And that's the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my Christmas tablecloths and I'm going to set my table for Christmas. So that is what I am working on. I've already got my vacuum out because I already had, like I said, I've been vacuuming almost every day since I brought my tree up. So that is what I will be doing. It's not going to take long to do any of this, but it's just getting to decorating the tree. And just walk over here. The stuff on the table here is my daughter's stuff. Between school, morning, before school and after school band, and regular school, and now she's got a job, so she just has not had time to deal with her laundry or any of her library books, so she will have to do that soon. And then my craft room. So I brought up all of my Christmas stuff that I could get to, plus the new stuff I bought. Everything is just sitting right here, ready to, get displayed and put together. So I'll be doing that too. Like I said, I finally got my craft room where I've got it like pretty clean and organized. So it's really easy to be able to work in here and get all my stuff, all my crafting done. So I've been doing a lot of crafts lately. As you can see, I've got projects started already on my table. So that will be coming up in the next couple of days when I get those all finished. And laundry room, just got some laundry to wash, and that's about it in here. And my bathroom was just cleaned, so that is fine. I just cleaned it yesterday. So like I said, there's not a lot of work for me to do on the main floor today. So I'm just going to grab my tripod, and I'm gonna start in the kitchen today, just because I never start in the kitchen. I usually start in the living room because it's easier, but I think the kitchen will actually be easier this morning. So I guess the first thing I'll be doing is putting the dishes away. So when I'm taking my stuff out of the sink, I just kind of like stack it to know kind of like what cupboard it's going to go in. I've got stuff that goes downstairs. Set those there for now. But if I just kind of set the stuff on the counter above either the cupboard or the cabinet that it's going to go into, it makes it so much faster to put things away. A spot for everything just makes it so much faster. Everything away. So these glass items that go on the other side of the kitchen. Neutral bullet things. But I've got my kitchen like so organized that it takes like no time to put like a sink full of dishes away. Even though it takes no time to put the dishes away, sometimes I just don't do it. I just kind of like wash the dishes and just kind of let everything air dry. So now that is done. I've got this dirty tea towel, dirty dishcloth. I'm just going to put those I'm gonna throw them over there. I'll put them in the laundry room because I have to do a load of towels today. Then I'm just gonna check and see how the oven, oh, my oven is clean. Microwave is pretty clean. But I think I'm still going to, I'm not gonna do the oven today. It's still pretty clean from the last time I did it. But I'm gonna do my microwave. I've got this little thing and I love it. Gotta find my vinegar. Brought my little tool. I brought everything out that I was gonna need except I forgot to grab the vinegar. I grabbed all my cleaning supplies except vinegar. Okay, so got the little screaming mama here. So you fill vinegar to here and then you top it up with water to here. So it's very easy to use. If I can see the line. Sometimes I can't see the line very good. And then top it up with water. There. And then that's the back, that's the front. Got to put her head on and her hair back on. It wants to go on. There. And then you just put her in the microwave. I'm gonna say I don't really like this microwave. It's actually a pretty good one, but I bought it at Walmart. It's an LG, but I just have to press the 30 seconds, so I need 5 minutes. 5 minutes for it to do its thing. Then I'll come back and the microwave will be clean. So in the meantime, I'm just going to clear off my island here because I've got a lot of stuff on here that needs to get put somewhere else. This has to get washed. This has to get washed, and those cookies are no good anymore. Bread's got to go in the fridge. Daughter got containers this morning for our lunch. Washed out. Timbits, I guess we just stay here. No, they're not mine, they're hers. Hot chocolate mix, it has to go back downstairs. I'm just gonna set up here just to get it out of my way for now. Bread needs to go in the fridge. Can of dog food, just sit there. I'll just set the Timbits in the pantry right now while I'm cleaning. That way if I'm spraying cleaner, I don't have to worry about food getting contaminated. Because I was walking by that way. So just move these things off the island. Commercial marble, granite, and quartz cleaner for my counters. So my counters are granite. For my cook stove because I spilled last night, so I'm just gonna go grab my little scraper for that. Right, so I got the special little scouring pad. I buy these in packs of 3 from Canadian Tire, under $4 or around $4 for the set of 3. And today I'm going to use this Surma Bright cooktop cleaner because I spilled some stuff on here the other day. I'm not doing like a big thorough clean, but I just thought, well, I might as well. I've got stuff spilt on here. And it's going to beep at me because when the control panel gets wet, it beeps. This off. Oh, so look at that. That's been 5 minutes already. And you're also supposed to let the cool down before you touch it. So I'm just gonna. This is gonna bug me with this going off. Grab this other cloth here and just do that. Okay, just gonna set my timer for 3 minutes. Because also when doing the microwave, I have found that if you give it a few minutes after its time is up, you give it a few more minutes for the steam and stuff to do what it's supposed to do, also helps. Now I'm just going to respray my counter on my island here and clean it off. So I'm using this cloth. I love it. It's a double-sided. So this side feels like a Velcro type of stuff, and this one's got more of a rubbery texture. So I find I can get a lot of cleaning done with just the one cloth. Wet a little bit just to help rinse off the cook stove. Find a dry spot, dry off the cook stove. Go around the edge of the cook stove. I always end up getting my cleaner stuff on the counter, just around the whole cook stove part. There, that is done. So I'm just going to polish my tea kettle here and put this back on. This little bamboo tray here with these in it. This I keep here because of this type of cook stove. My cats can actually turn the burners on when they walk across here. So we discovered that if we just keep something on here, on top of the panel here, then it prevents the cats from turning on the stove, which is always a really scary thing. And then I have this other little marble cutting board, got from the Dollarama, paid like $5 for it. It is marble, or no, not marble, I mean granite. This one is granite. Oh, that's my timer for 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna finish this. Put that one down. And then I have my marble paper towel holder. And anytime I'm cleaning the counter like this, I love to give these a good wipe. Because I've already got the marble cleaner out, so it's just a good time to redo everything. And then I got this jar here for more of my little utensils, and this container is also marble. That one just sits there. And then I do have this other one. So the top is glass and the base is marble, and I love this because I love to put little bits of baking things in here. And if I don't have any baking stuff, I will just even put in some crackers. Nothing fancy, just the basic variety, just salted crackers. Just put a few on here, and it just kind of, I don't know, makes it look like you've got something really extra special underneath here, and all it is just a few crackers. Sometimes I'll leave it plain, but I do like to add stuff. I usually, cookies, or my one daughter works at a bakery, so she'll send home baking stuff with us if I pick it up. So now that's done. So now I will just turn around and get to the microwave, because this is the one that's always the funnest one. Gotta take her out. She's always hot. Just gonna put her in the sink, let her cool down before I dump that out. And then I'm just gonna grab a new clean cloth. This one is a microfiber, but it's a rubber on both sides. Actually, I'm just gonna let my dog back in first. She was scratching at the door. I just figured, no, I might as well let her in now. So I just have to take this and just dry off. Surprised about the amount of moisture and liquid that builds up after you do this, but at the same time, it's like, the microwave is clean. All this dried on food that would normally take you like a while to scrub off just comes right off. If only they can make something like this for the oven. Just put something in the oven for a few minutes, and then you can just wipe it all clean, and oven's all clean. You don't have to worry about scrubbing. I'm using like really strong, harsh chemicals. There probably is something. I'm gonna have to look at that and see, but so far I have not seen anything, because that would be really good. Yeah, microwave is clean. Just wipe this off. This off. Wipe the outside of the microwave. And the outside of my oven now. I've put away the dishes. I've cleaned my microwave out. I've done my cook stove. I've done my island. So I've done a pretty good start in my kitchen. I guess I just have to wipe down a couple more counters, which is pretty easy to do. So now I will be going and just tidying up I guess I'll do the dining room next. I'm just trying to figure what's the easiest way. I guess it's just the dining room. That's gonna be pretty easy. I just have to put the fall decorations downstairs. I've got some dishes here that have to go back into my china cabinet. And I guess that's about it. I've got my candlesticks here, which I'm just gonna move to my craft room because I gotta repaint them. I gotta fix that stuff up. So I'm just gonna clear off the dining room table and then I'll be back. All right, so I'm in my dining room. I've got my table cleared off. I took the other tablecloth off and I found my Christmas one. I'm using this burgundy one this year. I don't have any other ones. I got rid of so much stuff this year thinking that we'd be moving, and then plans kind of got paused for a few more months. Husband decided he does not want to do a Canadian winter move. We moved in here, it was December 19th. So we decided we don't want to do a winter move. So we'll wait till the spring. We just had some delays on stuff happening. And yeah, so not selling for a few months. So like I said, I get to one more Christmas this house, but that also means I got rid of all my Christmas stuff. I have no Christmas dishes because just thought we'd be at the other house, a different house, so then just got rid of all my extra stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. So when I set my table this for now, I have no dishes to put on it, so I will not be putting like the way I love to layer my table with placemats with plates, bowls, cups, and then the napkins. So I'm just gonna do just a very basic, table, which to me it just looks so bare, not having anything on the tables. And as you can see from my other kitchen table, when there is nothing on the table, it becomes a flat surface for everybody to just drop all their stuff. So this will be the first time in a long time where my kitchen table is full of stuff other than dishes. I don't really like it, but I figure if I put a few things out, then, kind of not be able to put books and everything else on the table. So I'm just going to do this one really simple. Now I love these clear tablecloths. I buy them at Dollarama. I think they're about to $3.50 now, unless they've gone up to $4. I don't know. Last time I bought them, they had gone up to $3.50. But it seems every time I go in there, it seems like every few months everything is going up by another 25 or 50 cents. But I found it just really protects my table from kids spilling, and then the pets too. Just easy to clean. Okay, so now for this table, I'm going to put my 3-tiered little Christmas glass and, crystal bling wrap stuff on here. This I bought, I think 2 years ago now, from, let's see, it was up at that mall, so I'm trying to think. So from Winners. So the normal price is $59.99, clearance of $18, and I've kept the clearance sticker on just because I like, there's no point in taking it off. I didn't want to damage the felt. So I'm just gonna figure out where the center of the table is. I usually try to use like my chandelier, except my table is not centered under the chandelier at the moment, so I think that's about the center of the table. And then I'm going to use these little candlesticks I've had for a long time. They are marble. Had them for a lot of years. I got them secondhand. I probably paid like 50 cents for the pair. And then I've got these little candles here, which I don't know where I got them, either at a garage sale or a secondhand store, so not a lot. But they are just battery operated. They just take like 2 or 3 I guess it's 2 AAAs. And then, oops, you just, I can get it to go back in. You just kind of just tighten up the bottom till the light goes on. Just making sure they're both working. That's the one thing I don't like, is putting, candles out like this for display and not testing, and then trying to find out, oh, they're not working. Now I have to undo a lot of stuff. So I like to always test that the batteries are working good before I put them out. And then, of course, my other few things. I've got the salt and pepper and napkin holder there, and my little glass butter dish over here. Like I said, it's just very simple this year. So I guess my dining room table is done. So I guess my dining room is done, other than just a quick vacuum and mop. So I guess now I will go into the living room and get that cleaned and ready, so I can start to decorate the tree. Actually, I'm just walking around from the kitchen up back to the living room, and I've come to this corner here. And so generally, I usually hang up coats and everything upstairs in the bedroom. These belong to my daughter, so I'm just gonna set these with her other stuff over here. And then these are movies that I have to take back to the library today, so I'll just leave them there. I'm gonna put my shoes and her shoes back in the hall closet. Purse up here because I'll need it for later, and I only need one of my jackets. I'll just hang this one here. The other, maybe I'll just hang them both in here for right now. I'm not making a trip upstairs, because if I was taking a trip upstairs, I would just take these and take them all upstairs. But I do need one of my jackets and my shoes for later today. Just that quick little minute pickup, and that's all I have. Right there is just the book bag with the DVDs I gotta take back to the library. Now I can come in here and do my living room. Not a lot to get done. Guess I'll just start over here at the couch, or the side table, I guess, do first. Unplug my charger, put it away. Empty pop cans here to get dumped, almost empty. They gotta get dumped out. I'm gonna set them on the kitchen counter. Sparkling water doesn't taste so good once it's gone flat. These are my Bibles. Just put them under here. My socks from yesterday, I'm just going to throw them back over there. I'll take them upstairs when I go upstairs. My things, so I know what book movies I have from the library. Gonna set that over here. The other movies from the library. Today's calendar is not even open to the right week. I'm gonna keep there. Just recently bought this kit from, I don't know, Marshalls or Winners. I paid $7. I was going to use it the other day, and I just fell asleep before I had a chance to use it, so I will be doing this in a couple days. So that, I'm going to put that in the bathroom down here with my foot soak. At that time of year where my heels are just dry and healing. This is important. Can't lose this. I'll just stick it in here with my bookmarks. Okay. Now I can get to the couch. This is just a bedspread that we use. It's a king size, and it works perfectly on the couch. Kind of prevents stains and spills. I've got it going the wrong direction. Got a couple spots that I gotta stitch. It's either my puppy chewed that one spot. The other spot got caught under the ottoman and it was pulled. So I will have to do some stitching on it today. When it's just one little spot, it wasn't a big deal, but my puppy recently chewed another hole in the middle of the cover. Gosh, it chewed a big hole in the cover. Oh. Okay, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Okay, I know she had another spot that she chewed. I also know there was another spot that got caught under the ottoman. Yeah, this one here, it got caught under the ottoman and just totally ripped. But it protects the furniture from, especially white furniture or light colored furniture with kids and pets. So much easier to just pull this off and wash. I know it's gonna have to get washed in a couple of days. I can see some food that got spilt. But I'm not doing laundry today. So for today, this can just stay on the couch. And then I have this other big throw. It kind of looks like a faux fur kind of a thing. I like to have this right along the back. Just kind of, I don't know. It always just makes it look more cozy. I don't know, having multiple layers of blankets on things. Two ottomans, just there, and then the blankets. Don't know where my basket went. I was going to put these in, but I'm just going to quickly fold these like I did before. Just kind of roll them up into kind of like a pillow. I'm just going to throw them on the couch for right now. That way they're just kind of out of my way. Okay, so now I can get to where the tree is. I'm just not quite sure if I like the placement of the tree. I'd really like it over. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put the tree, the chair. There's nothing in these drawers that we really absolutely have to get to right now. Nothing in that drawer. Okay. Handle this way. So I really want the tree centered in front of this window. Table. I don't know where it's going to stick out, how it's going to look. Yeah, I like the look. The chair being that far out in the living room, no, I don't. Okay, so I'm just going to play around with this bit of furniture here, trying to figure out where I want the tree and the coffee table and the chair, and then I will be right back. So I've been trying for the last like 20 minutes to figure out where I like my tree best. As much as I want it in that corner, it doesn't fit with the chair, because in the chair is actually blocks half the fireplace, and now it gives my dog access to be able to get to the whole tree. So I think I'm gonna have to put it back the way I had it, because I know when I did set the tree up, I did go through this and move the furniture around, but I really thought I could get it to fit in that corner. If it wasn't for this chair, I could do it, but because of this chair, I cannot put the tree in the corner. And I was trying to pull it out. If I pull the tree more this way, push the chair in, it's the same thing. It just gives the animals so much access to the whole tree, and just, actually, that might work. I never had it quite at that, the table, I actually turned it, the skinny side, out. Huh. I gotta play around with that for another minute. I'm starting to like that, but this actually, between the coffee table and the chair, is giving my animals access to the tree from both sides. So I think I'm going to put the tree back here where I had it, but now that I've got it angled where the nightstand is on its side, because I don't think it matters, you know, the front, back side of the nightstand, which way is facing out, that might actually work a little bit better. So I'm going to move the coffee table out, move the tree over, and then push the chair out and put the coffee table back behind the chair. So just give me a few minutes just to move all my furniture again, and I'll be right back. All right, I know that the tree is now in the same spot that it was when I started, but I like the way it's sitting now. I'm gonna have to just kind of fix my coffee table. It's a little crooked. The chair I gotta straighten out. This other table here, I actually put it flush against that wall. I don't know if I like it that way. I will just kind of play around with that. But the tree looks good where it is. So now I'm just going to get out my garland. I've got two types of garland that I bought on the weekend. One is the kind that looks like pine branches, and the other one, it's that more plasticky pine branch looking stuff from the dollar stores. So I'll just go grab those, and then when I come back, we can start to decorate the tree. All right, welcome back. I actually moved my tree. I'm not in my living room. I'm actually in the space here between my living room and my dining room. I just moved the tree out a little more so I could vacuum and clean the window a little bit better. And the tree was just making it so dark, so my living room looks so much bigger and brighter without the tree over there. I used to have, sometimes I would have the tree over in this corner, so I decided to try it back over here. This is where I had it a week ago when I first set it up. And then I've been moving it around my living room area for about a week. Little pine needle things stuck to my lip. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it here. I'm keeping it with the drawer facing out only because when I turned it the other way, it goes long and it pulls the tree out further this way. It works better over there, piecing it between the pieces of furniture, but now that it's over here, I want it as close to the wall as I can get it. And I decided to find some wrapping paper, and this is what I found right now. It's not the one I was looking for. I don't know where any of my wrapping paper is at the moment. I may end up having to go and rebuy wrapping paper this year. But I just grabbed this one, and I'm just going to wrap the nightstand, kind of make it look like a present. I'm just going to figure out how tall this is. So don't need the whole piece, but I'm gonna just, I think that's about where I need it. I need a little higher than that, but I'm just gonna tape this to the back and then wrap it around, and then I'll be back only because I've got to pull this out and get around underneath there, but I'll be back as soon as I get this attached. All right, so I've got it wrapped. I've used a combination of clear tape and duct tape, only because the duct tape wasn't sticking to the clear packing tape wasn't sticking to the nightstand. So I'll just kind of bring my camera over so you can see. I just don't want to move the tree. But I had enough wrapping paper to do 3 sides. So the very back, I put the front of the nightstand at the back just because I wasn't sure what to do about the handle and this big gap here. I was worried that stuff could get, pushed against here and it would wreck it. I just have to finish taping the top up here. Like I said, the packing tape wasn't sticking to the nightstand. I'm not worried about the duct tape wrecking the finish on the nightstand. I'm going to be redoing this nightstand after Christmas anyways. I do know where I would like to put it. I'm going to put it in my craft room. It's the perfect height for a few things. And it's got a drawer and a cupboard space, so it's be perfect in there. And my duct tape is just this really cheap duct tape I got from a liquidation place quite a few years ago, probably about 6 years ago now. So it's not the best, easiest to work with, but that's okay. I'm just gonna make it work for now. It's not like anybody's really gonna see much of this wrapping paper here. Oops, I totally just missed the whole piece I was trying to tape down. I got it on the one piece, but not the other piece. I'm not gonna lift this off of the wrapping paper or it's gonna rip completely. There we go. That works better. And then I'm just gonna put the tree skirt back on the front. just kind of hides the fact that it's sitting on a nightstand and the fact that I have the nightstand backwards. Like that. I'm just gonna fix the way it says Merry Christmas so you can actually read it. That. And then I might put a bow or something down here, or maybe not, so I don't think you're really gonna see it. And then I will have to trim up the bit of this wrapping paper only because when I go to vacuum or especially mop, I'm gonna wreck the paper, but just wanted to kind of cover it so it looks a little bit better. Now it looks like a present. It looks like the tree is sitting on a present. So I'm just gonna pick up the scrap things of wrapping paper just because I don't want to slip on them, and just gonna got my garland here. So I've got all these packs. These are 15 feet. I bought 6 of them. One I'm using. I'm not quite sure how many I'm gonna need on the tree to fill up some of these empty spaces in here, only because I'm not putting a lot of ornaments on it this year. And I've got two of these, and these are 8 feet. So I might just cut these and just kind of put them near the front here, not worry about the back because you're not really gonna see the back. So I'm just gonna unwrap the garland to get it a little bit easier for me to put on. And I'm just gonna do another quick vacuum and just pick up some of this extra stuff that's sitting here on the floor. Like I said, I'm just gonna get all these unrolled just because it's easier to work with if I actually take the time to unroll these. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna start with these 2 more plasticky garlands. Just kind of tuck it in here. I'm just gonna cut them, but I don't know if I want to cut them. I might cut the smaller ones, but these ones I paid so much for, I don't really want to cut them. Let's see, I'm just trying to see if I like the way it looks. Let's see if I want it more in. I think I'll put this actually more in to the center of the tree. That's kind of what I was thinking. Get this tucked more in between the branches here, and then I can use less ornaments because I'm not really doing ornaments on my tree this year. I want to do more ribbon, but I figured if I get some of these other garlands here and kind of fill in some of these bigger gaps along the bottom, especially the right here and right here is where you get, the spaces between the branches is a little bit wider. So if I just kind of tuck this in here, I think it'll just kind of help make it where I don't have to use quite so much. There, I think that's going to help because then I won't have to get my ribbon quite in so far. And same with these pieces. I think I'm just going to fold these in half and just kind of do the same thing, just kind of up between the branches where it's a little bit, we've got some spaces here. So just kind of loop it around. And just tuck it in. It will kind of help and fill in some of those more bare spots. Don't really think this little skinny one, even folded in half, even makes any difference. It kind of just blends right in, and I still have the same amount of space because of how thin it is. Almost like even double just didn't seem to work unless I just pulled it from. I think if I just push this one and just kind of have it tucked in, not quite all the way, but just kind of have it halfway halfway through the branches, it kind of fills some of the gaps a little bit more. As I just kind of fold this through, especially as I get close to the top, the gaps are less noticeable. So something like that kind of just gives some more, I don't know, just kind of adds like another layer of branches between the branches. So I'm just going to keep putting these ones in. I've got 5 of these ones to do, so I'm just going to put the rest in the tree here, and then I will be back with the actual big things of ribbon, and I'm going to start decorating with the bigger rolls of ribbon. Okay, so I left the room, I came back, and the tree definitely does look fuller, even though they're just these skinny little pieces. I didn't think it was going to make it look fuller, but it really does. I was really surprised on that. Now, I realized before I put my ribbon in, I got to do my lights. And so I bought 4 packs of these 60 LED warm white. I usually go with the cool one, but all they had these ones were the warm. I don't really know what the difference is. I just prefer the cool to the warm. Can't tell you if one's brighter than the other. I don't know. So I thought I would try these ones. And these are the curtain lights. So I just thought, oh, it might be so much easier to put lights on the tree this year. And these are all battery pack ones. So the lights were, I think, $4.50 or $5. I can't remember. The receipt's in the other room. So I bought 4 packs of them. And they take batteries, so I also grabbed 4 packs of the AA. Making sure they take AA, yes. I always double check because I can't say the number of times I've bought the wrong size batteries. So $1.25 for 4 batteries. I prefer to go to either dollar store, like Dollar Tree. I get, I think, a pack of 8 or a pack of 10 for the same price. The Dollar Tree lately doesn't seem to have batteries. So I'm just going to go and put in the batteries and untangle all 4 packs, and then I'll be back to put the lights on and then the ribbon, because I'd hate to do the ribbon and then try to fit the lights on. I've done that in previous years, forgot to put lights on. I have to take everything off to do that, so I'll be back in just a few moments. Alright, so I've put lights on, 2 of the strands of lights on, and they just kind of fit like about 1/3 of my tree. Turn on the other lights. There we go. It's getting dark while I'm doing this. So now I'm just going to put on the next set of lights. I've already broke 3 of the battery cases trying to open it. So I've got 3 that I just cracked right open, and another one where I broke one of the little hook things off. They're just cheap plastic from the dollar store. What do you expect? And these also have the off, on, but then the middle one is a timer, so it's 6 hours. So I've got them all set to the 6 hours, seeing that it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm just really watching my clock right now because I gotta go get my daughter from school and I gotta take her to work. So put this here. I'm trying to get all the battery packs to kind of be in the same spot behind the tree as well, just to make it easier for me to turn them on and off. And these are like, anyway, these are the curtain ones, but the lights really look like the icicles that I've had in previous years. Like I said, I got rid of all my Christmas stuff. So now this year I had to just go and rebuy it all. Well, I was going to be rebuying it all, but I was not quite the Christmas decorations I was gonna buy. That's okay. I'll get better new stuff next year. So this year my stuff's just from the dollar store and secondhand stores, but that's okay. Move these up another level as they come around. Now I gotta do the very last one. This one is gonna be the hardest to wrap because my I'm the shortest person in my house. So I usually get, the tallest people are the ones who do the lights at the very top. I also, in previous years, I'll take down the whole top of the tree and, the very top. And I will actually do that totally separate before I do anything else. But this year I'm by myself, so we'll see how far up I can get the lights tonight. And then I gotta grab the step stool. And if they don't quite reach, I'll probably have to go and buy one more pack of lights. That's not a big deal. I can do that tomorrow when I'm out. So I can just kind of make this last little bit fit this top part. Something like that. I'll fix that in a second. It looks kind of bad from where I am, but gives me lights on the tree anyways. So over here, just needs to come more over this way. I may not need another pack. These may just work. Like I said, when my husband comes home, I can get him to kind of adjust the lights at the very top, or my daughter, maybe she can do it. Like I said, I'm the shortest person in the house. So now I've got the lights on the tree. Starting to look a lot better. And then when I go to put the ribbon up, I can then adjust the lights, because these kind of are that curtain lights, so they kind of hang. And they kind of look like icicles, so that is now all 4 packs of lights. I won't be able to get the ribbon on today. I guess I'll have to be back tomorrow to do the ribbon. I'm just looking at the clock. It's almost 5 o'clock. I gotta get my daughter from band, take her to work. I gotta pick my husband up from work. So I guess I'll leave it like that for today. So I guess I'll be back tomorrow to put on the ribbon. All right, so welcome back. Sorry to say that my tree is as decorated as it's gonna be. I had finished putting the lights on, so I got my calendar just so I don't mess up it. That was Wednesday, November the 15th, when I had started this video, and I did the tree with the garland strands and the lights, and then I was gonna start doing the ribbon. Well, I had to go that night, so I had to take my daughter to work, and I had to get my husband from work and everything. So Thursday morning, I woke up and I could not move my left arm. Today it's like 9 days and I still can't move my arm. I'm in so much pain. So I was 9 hours in the ER on Thursday, another 6 hours in the ER on Friday, and flipped to, that was like the 16th and 17th, I was in the hospital. Then finally on the Wednesday, just the other day, I finally got in to see my doctor. And then yesterday I had x-rays done because they don't know what I did to my arm. And so now today is Friday, November the 24th. So it's been 9 days since I was able to do my tree. So today I just want to get my fireplace mantle done. I've got everything ready. It's gonna be a little hard because I can't really move this arm. Don't know what I did. I just woke up 4:30 in the morning and my arm was just like dead weight, tingly, numb. I couldn't do anything. Finally got, Friday, in the hospital, the doctor who saw me on Friday gave me a prescription. So the pain meds are kind of helping, but not really. I had x-rays yesterday, so that was a little tricky, moving your arm in different positions to get the x-rays. So I'm gonna try to get this finished. At least kind of set up my house a little more for Christmas. So just excuse if my house is a mess. It's a mess. My couch, the blankets and cushions and everything are just everywhere at the moment. So I'm going to start with my fireplace mantle. I'm going to take those few decorative things off, and I'm going to clean my mantle with Pledge. I've got this pledge. I don't know if I got this at Dollarama, or I could have picked this one up at Home Depot. I don't remember. That's the two places I buy my cleaners from. And so this is the pledge. Oh, that's the front side. This is the Revive Moisturizing Oil with Amber and Argan Scent. So it's made with the mineral oil, and I find that I like this one. It's not that overpowered fake lemon scent. So it really does help the wood, and I've got a lot of wood, so I'm just going to just move a little closer here so I don't have to reach so far. First thing is just taking down candles. So here I can reach. This is going to take a minute to move this this piece here. It's not very big, the Last Supper, but it's kind of heavy, so I'll just be back when I get these last few things taken off. Okay, so I got it cleared off. I've got a couple different kind of cloths I use for dusting and cleaning. So one is this microfiber mitt that's got the little longer fringe pieces. It's really good for dry dusting. And it's got the other side here, which is actually good for getting, you know, I can, with this on, I can get into all the little grooves in my fireplace mantle. And then of course I just have a basic microfiber regular cloth, and I have another microfiber cloth, but this one's got a little bit of a rubber texture to it. So I'm going to use the green one. I just wasn't sure which one to use. I just grabbed a couple different ones. I'm just going to give, actually, before I do that, I'm just going to dust this top off just because I don't want to spray a cleaner on big chunks of pet hair. Okay. So now I'm just going to shake it, and I'm just put a good coat across the top, and then I'm just going to spray down the sides. And there's the mitt. So move this out of my way. I like this argan one. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's a little thicker than the other pledge. And I find you don't get that waxy buildup like with the cheap generic version, like the dollar store brands. When I do this, you'll really notice just how much nicer this will look. The argan oil really helps to condition the wood, so the more often you do this, the better your wood looks. I know it's just been a little while. This is always one of the ones that I used to do this, like, for sure, 2 or 3 times a month. I try to get to the fireplace mantle. Just because when you walk in the front door, it's one of the first things you see. See, with this being a mitt, I can then really, oops, I guess you can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry, I guess. With this being a mitt, I can really just get my fingers, like, hard to see, but if I kind of do this, I get my fingers and then I can just really get right down the grooves. And then same with in here. So it's a little tricky with this one. I have the other one that's a little bit, I have another one that had, actually got like an actual finger slots for like all your fingers. I don't know where that one is, but kind of, just even with just getting your finger and just get the little wormy looking things, just kind of pressing them into each of these little grooves here, just really helps to shine the mantle. Is it? It's about as good as I'm going to get it today. I can work on it later. I think it's done good enough. My candle was sitting on here, And we had the fireplace going the other night. I totally forgot. So now I've got some wax residue on the top of my fireplace mantle, but I will clean that off a little bit later. I cannot reach at the moment. So I think this is good enough for now. I'm just gonna make sure that this top is a little bit more dry. And then I'm going to start putting the Christmas stuff on here. So I bought these from Dollar Tree. I think they're $1.25 or $1.50 a pack. I don't remember. They have changed their pricing to like $1.50 on most items now. And so these are the ones that are the removable hooks. So they've got the little removable tabs. So they're like the command strip stuff. I actually prefer the command strips, but the ones that they had weren't the removable tab ones. I didn't see them. I think Dollarama has them, but they're like for almost $5 a pack. And I didn't really want to spend that amount of money, knowing that these are just going to be on here just for a little, just for a little time. It's not very long. I'm going to have garland on the fireplace mantle, so I just peel off the little plastic backing. I was trying to figure out which way I want these to sit so I can hang my garland kind of down. I don't really need to worry about, how these stick, because I'm not sticking them on a wall. They're just sitting flat on the fireplace mantle. It's just to help hold the garland. Just gonna make sure I get it centered a little bit. Just to help hold the garland in place from my cats, because sometimes my cats jump up here. I've got the one cat who, a couple years ago, he loves to eat the Christmas trees. Doesn't care if they're real or fake. So he jumped up here and knocked all the Christmas stuff off. So he's the reason I have to have everything well secured. So those are done. Now I've got this garland here that I bought last Wednesday from one of the local thrift stores. I paid $3. I haven't even had a chance to undo this to see how long it is, but I just thought it was perfect. Now I found out that whoever did this, they cut the cord so I can't plug it in, have the lights going. That's okay, because I do have a strand of other fairy lights from the dollar store, so I can always add lights the other way. Sorry, I cannot lift with my left arm. Okay. Even as possible. Let's see. This up a little more. And this way a little more. Oops. Okay, like that. And then put this around here. Put those there, like that. This one. I really want this garland to go over the fireplace. Hey, that did not work. Okay, I will be back as soon as I get that side hooked together. It's just, I can't do this with one hand. Just one moment. Alright, so I've got this on. I will play around with it and fluff it out and straighten it out. I'm going to have to get the step ladder just because it's above my shoulder height, so I'm having trouble reaching with my left arm. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. I can always take that off and redo it if it's not perfectly even. But I also have, I've got these three long ribbon or they got the tassels at the end, they're cord. I don't know, I've had these forever. I got them secondhand. I probably paid Each one was in their own bag. I think there was also a cream one, which I remember using the cream one for a project a few years ago. So I was going to see if I could braid these. I can't braid right now. So I think I'm just going to just kind of twist them together a little bit. Even that was a little tricky just because how long the rope really is, because they're, I think something like 101 or 103 inches, and then they've got the tassels at the ends as well. So I'm just going to find the middle for now, and then I'm just going to place them up here. I had this all figured out, and then I go and hurt my arm. So I'm just gonna twist this around. Remove the green one first. I want it to kind of follow the same path as that garland. I can kind of twist them together at a later date, and I'm going to use this red one. I'm going to put the red one kind of behind the green one. As I said, this year my Christmas is red, green, and gold, which is interesting because I have never done traditional red and green on my colors before. And this burgundy one, I'm just going to kind of just have it just kind of twist in here as well. Like that. I can always just, like I said, I can always just fix it and twist it in a little bit better. And then I've got this really big, this was from the Dollar Tree. This was a 15-foot green garland, which I have already folded in half, and I twisted this together. So I'm just going to find where the middle is. Just trying to keep this simple for right now for today. So that's about the middle. This kind of adds some more fullness to here. So what I wanted to do was actually get these colored ropes kind of twisted with this one. So I know it's not looking the best at the moment, but it's going to look something like that. So I'm actually just gonna take these ribbons down. I'm gonna just twist them with this one. So I kind of do like a braid with the 5 strands. It's gonna take I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I think I'll take that apart and just really get that to look good. I'm not liking the way it's sitting. It just doesn't look, not the way I had it pictured in my mind, but it's a little tricky when you don't have movement in the one arm. So I will be back. When I get that kind of figured out how I want to have it braided or twisted together. All right, so I have taken all the pieces apart off my mantle. I didn't realize just how high up the mantle was until I started trying to piece everything together. Just one of those things. So I've got the long piece here that I bought at the secondhand store, those 3 ropes. And then I've got this piece that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. So this one, I decided to turn it into 2 smaller strands, only because 15 feet is just too much for me to work with right now. And it's just a very thin wire. I didn't even use scissors. I just kind of bent it back and forth until it just snapped in half. And then I've got this other one here marked. I've got the little Christmas leg standing up, so that's about the halfway. So I'm going to be starting from there to the end with this. So I'm just going to kind of twist this in. I just want to make this a little more fuller. This one here, I don't know. I'm trying to pull these pieces out, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to make it look fluffier. I'll probably have to go and get another strand of garland. Or I might just take one of the other garlands off the tree for now, but for now I'm just going to work with what's here. And then this one that I got from the dollar store, it had 3 of these plastic type, I guess, reusable zip ties, which, like I said, I've never seen before. So I'm gonna actually use these to help when I put it on the fireplace mantle to make the little hooks out of. So I'm gonna kind of attach everything with these to kind of hold it all together. So I'm gonna start up at the center here. I'm gonna put one side on that side and one on this side. Same with these ribbons here. I'm just gonna do these same time. I'm just gonna find the halfway point of these, so I'm only dealing with, just half at a time. I don't want to cut these long cords because I thought about it, but I don't want to because I'll never be able to find these again. I've had these for so many years. I got them secondhand. So a little bit longer than what I can work with. So I'm just gonna find the center here. I'm just gonna zip tie all these pieces together just to make sure I'm actually going through everything, getting it nice and tight here for now so it kind of holds these pieces. So I'm working with like 6 strands. I'm gonna kind of like do like a braid, but not really a full braid. I really want these ropes to be in a certain way. No, I think I'm just gonna keep these ropes the way that they are. I'm just gonna try to see if I can just get them to just lay in here. Just kind of use the branches of the tree just to kind of hold them in place a little bit here and there. I think I kind of like that. It kind of does give it a more fuller effect just by having the 3 cords just lined up together side by side. Because if I don't like it, I can always just redo it. I have the burgundy, the green, and then the bright red. Kind of like that pattern. Don't press down on your arm, it hurts. Okay, I'm just gonna follow this pattern. You just want to twist because these ropes have been, in their packaging for all the years that I've had them. Come down, find the end here, just twist them down here. Just pull this back, and this one needs to get pulled more this way, just trying to keep them in their same pattern. Like that, and I know the tassels are longer than the edge of there, but I've got that side done. I got these other 2 pieces of greenery, which I know this is gonna be a very thin little strip of my fireplace mantle, but that's okay because I just need a little bit, just something. I've never done my fireplace mantle with anything like this before, so I'm just gonna wire this just kind of a little bit around here, just put something up here, kind of wrapping it together in places just so it looks a little more full. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm not somebody who's trying to get perfection today. I just want to get my house looking more like Christmas. So I got that half done. I'm just going to do the same thing to this half. Just keeping the 3 colors in the same group here and just wrapping a few of these little vine branches just to hold them together in their place. To attach this half. That's okay, I will do that in a second. Now this one, I forgot to attach it. I'm just going to feed it through here. placement. There. And just do the same thing, just have this kind of going across the top, wrapping it around wherever it will go, and wrapping this around the bottom part, or where it will just fit in, just kind of twisting a few branches here and there, just to kind of give it a little bit more fullness. Like I said, I'm not worried because I've got more stuff to add to my fireplace anyways, but I just want something just around the edges. And then these other two green zip ties, I'm just going to put them at the ends to help hold everything together. Now I'll just go back to the living room and get this all hung up on the mantle. Pull it towards me, then I don't have to get up and move. I've never seen these reusable zip ties. Don't know how long they've been around, but I'm definitely going to be looking for those next time I'm at, Canadian Tire or Home Depot, just because that is just such an amazing thing. And I think then I can, there's so many projects I like to make when I do my wreaths, but I like to find something that I can reuse. And when you use the zip ties, I mean, I know they're cheap at the dollar store, but that means every time you want to reuse your stuff, you have to snip it, and then it just gets thrown out. And I can't say the number of times I have wrecked zip ties because I have tightened them backwards. Okay, so I will be back when I'm back in the living room. All right, so I've just placed the garland just across the top of the mantle, and I can tell you what a difference that has made, adding all those extra strands. I've got my step stool here. I'm just going to start with the center one, which I realize I don't quite have this quite, I've got made it too tight, so I won't be able to get around the hook part. Over this way, tucked in here. It's kind of done. It's not perfect. I'll fix it, I'll tighten it in a little bit. Now I'm going to do this side. Just have to move the zip tie. Just kind of put it there to hold them together while I move them to figure out where I really needed this to be. I want this to kind of come off and be up here. That has really thickened up and it looks so much more fuller. It looks a little bit better. It's still a little bit iffy. I'll probably get my daughter to kind of fluff some of this out for me a little bit later today. But at least I can say I've got my fireplace mantle at least started for Christmas now. I've got to move this chair because I can't get in there. The step stool over here. The same over on this side, figure out where I need this to kind of hang down, and then I'll fix the center. I just have the center more up at the top just so I can get the two sides in place. Let's see, you gotta remember, I don't know how to use these. I'm just trying to figure out where I pull these through. There. I want this to hang off the edge. Come down, pull, tighten. There, now it's tight. Come back through here. Like I said, I will work on this and getting this a little bit neater looking, but I just really wanted to kind of get this started. And my nativity scene will come up here, and everything. So kind of liking the way that is looking. Looks so much better than when everything was just kind of randomly just set on there. So now I'm going to I've got more greenery that I can always add. I've got picks and stuff to fill in some of those gaps, or Christmas balls and stuff. So I think my next thing is I want to get the nativity scene out. So I have this nativity scene. I've had it a long time. I don't know where, I don't even know how old it is. I've had it for probably getting close to 16 plus years. So I don't know what store it was in, but it was normally $25. And I got it at a secondhand store. I don't know, but it was, I don't think that was what I paid. I think that was just a clearance sticker that was put on it. I paid, you know, like under 10 bucks for this quite a few years, like I said, like probably 16, 18 years ago. So I don't know what these would be worth today. I'll have to see. I know I was missing baby Jesus, and then I was cleaning and I found him, and I don't know if I put him in this box or if he's still downstairs on, oh yes, I did put him in the box. Okay, just want to make sure he was here, otherwise I have to run downstairs and grab him because he was on the counter downstairs. And I like this one because it's got a lot of pieces, but I love the stable. Except the stable needs some work. It's missing a lot of the little moss stuff is kind of coming off. This burlap is not, you know, it's not stapled like it should be. So I will fix that later. Today's not the day to be adding anything to fix this, but I will do that because it's missing a big chunk of the mossy stuff here, and it's missing a lot of the mossy stuff on the roof. But and even the little manger thing is just kind of, little grass there is just looking extra tired and extra old, but you know, that's okay. I'll put this here. I don't, oh, not broke. Okay, it needs some more work. The roof is falling off. I will get to that. Okay, so I don't have any of that white snow drop cloth that I have. I know I have some, but when I was at the dollar store, I was not willing to pay $5 for it, knowing that in the recent years I've got it for under $2. So I don't have any of the grassy, or not the grass, the snow stuff. So now I've got all the pieces here. I have to take them out to make sure I've got them all. They should be here. And this is the original paper that every piece was wrapped in. So that is how well I have protected these. So I have a shepherd. I'm going to take each piece out and make sure it's not damaged or anything. And we've got one wise man. And Joseph, and the second wise man, and this box is falling apart, and Mary, and the third wise man, and that's all that's in this box. And in this box we have baby Jesus, and a cow, and a lamb. They kind of look dirty. I think there's another lamb, or maybe that's a donkey. No, that's the donkey, and a lamb, and oh, there's the little manger. Just making sure that that's all those pieces. Yep. Okay, so now I'm just gonna stand up here so I can reach. Put manger in the center, baby Jesus in the manger. Mary goes on one side. Let's see. Mary on this side. Joseph on this side, so he's holding the lantern over top of the baby. animals there. Shepherd, wise men. How do I place these? Just trying to remember how their height. The tallest to the smallest there. Just play around with the, these are sittings. You just that for now. And then I've got some other pieces. So I just gotta go and grab. They're just over on the other side of the coffee table. So just give me a moment. All right, so I moved the nativity scene to the other side of the mantle, and I've got in the other corner, it always sits there, it's the, it's the Archangel Michael defeating Lucifer. So Lucifer's hidden, so all you see is the angel. So I'm like, that's good, it's a good time to just have the angel visible. So I moved the nativity scene over here. I've got it set up more like the way I like to have it. I might still move it a little more this way so it's more centered a little bit better. But I'm going to continue putting the stuff that goes on my mantle. So first I've got this little thing. I don't know if the batteries are working. Well, they're kind of working. I think it just needs new batteries, or the batteries may have gotten jiggled. So this I got from Winners or Marshalls a couple of years ago. I can't quite remember. I either paid $12.99 or $14.99, somewhere at that price range. I can't quite remember, but I liked it. It was just this simple wood. I don't really like the glitter heart and some of this other little glittery stuff on here, because you got some that are in silver, some in gold. It's hard to read the numbers. But this year, I'm not going to worry about it. I was going to paint the numbers to make it a little bit better. I was going to sand off some of that glitter. As much as I like glitter, it's just, too much silver, not enough gold. But I'm not going to get to it this year. So I'm just going to put the little advent calendar up here. There. And then I've got these ones I got from the Dollarama again a couple of years ago. I don't know how much I paid for them, but I think they're like $5 this year. They don't have batteries in them. You can hang them. I'm just going to set them over here. So one has just the deer and all the trees. This one's got the church with Santa riding up. So I want to have Santa on this side because it looks like the deer is looking up at Santa. Because they kind of all go together. So I got this one, and then the advent calendar just kind of behind. And again, I've got these couple pieces here I got from Dollarama. I don't remember if it was last year or the year before. I think I paid $2.50 or $3. Again, I think they're now like $4 or $5 this year. So I'm just going to put them up here. Figure out where they can go so you can see them. I might get something behind there and have them, I think I like where they are, but I think I'm gonna have to get a piece of wood or something just to prop them so they're a little bit higher above the greenery there, but I'm not quite at that point yet because I'm just trying to figure out the kind of placement of things, trying to figure out where they look best. And then I have these 10 ornaments that I had made that I've about a week or maybe almost 2 weeks ago. These little ornaments that I made, and I got these fancy little decorative hooks. So the hooks I got from a liquidation place for $1, and I get 40 hooks. I've bought several packs. I don't know if they have any of these this year. I haven't been there yet, so I will go and see. And then today I was at Dollarama and I got 4 little stockings, so $1.50 each. So I'm going to hang 2 on there, 2 on there, 2 on the right side, 2 on the left side, and then the little ornaments in between. So I'm just gonna, I've got to take a break with my arm. So when I get back, I'll have the ornaments and stockings hung. All right, so I've got those on, but the stockings, the way they're hanging, they're just spinning. So to weigh them down, I usually just take a little Ziploc bag and I'll put some rocks or crushed gravel or something in there just so they'll kind of hold their place, especially when they're these flimsy ones from the dollar store. I mean, I find some of the thicker ones, they don't move as much, but these ones here really do. So for right now, I just have a few jars of these little gemstones. I'm just going to put one in each of the foot, just hoping that that will actually give it enough weight that it will just stop spinning. They might spin a little bit longer while, you know, they're just getting used to that weight in the foot. But that should be a little bit better. And then I will play around with these, and sometimes I'll even pin the stockings together just so they will kind of not, you know, spin and do that as much. But usually the rocks or sand work a lot better, but like I said, I just need to do something kind of quick for right now, so I just thought that's what I had when I walked in my craft room. I saw my glitter, and then sitting right there beside the glitter was those 4 jars, and there have to be 4 of them, and I've got 4 stockings, so I thought that was good. Then I just need some other stuff to kind of fill some other spaces. So I have these little ornaments, and I got these ones at the liquidation place a couple years ago for $3. I don't know if they came, I think it was a pack of 6. It might have been a pack of 4, but I really think it was a pack of 6. And they're like little white, little little pine cones. So I don't really like this silver string. So I'm just going to restring them with those other gold hooks so they will kind of match everything. And I also have these little fake candy cane ornaments, Dollarama 5-piece for $1.50. So I'm just going to kind of stick these on there too, just to kind of give a little bit more to the fullness, especially in the center. I've got this big space right here. So I'm just going to do that first. Just going to snip this string off and put these hooks on if I can get any out. Okay, just wants to slide, so I'll just hook it up there. It's not where I want it, but it doesn't want to stay where I want it, so I'll just put it there for now. And then the other 2, we did these last 2. Like I said, these hooks just have a way of tangling. One, and then I'll quickly hang up the candy canes. Here. Now the candy canes have come with little strings. I'm not going to use the string, but I'm going to save the little strings because it's hard to find thin ribbon like that when you need it. But there's a candy cane, so I'll just hook them. One more. I'm just trying to figure out where I can slip this last one. I guess maybe just up here to up here at the center, and then I will find something else to kind of put between these two candy canes. That's what I forgot to grab. I have the little mini lights. This one is such a funny shape. It's just not quite fitting where I need it to fit. So I'm just gonna stick this funny shaped one over there and get a nicer one for up here in the center. So I just realized I left the little strand of mini lights in my craft room on the table. So I'm just gonna grab those and then I will be finished. All right, so these are just the basic little fairy lights or floral lights, whatever you want to call them, from the Dollar Tree. I've had these ones for quite a few years. So I got new batteries just put in, so it will give me some light along here. The only thing is when you first open these, I've actually done this one of the first times I opened these, I pulled the wire thinking that the little twist tie was like a twist tie, and so I snapped the wire, not realizing that no, that wire is actually the strand of lights. And surprisingly, it still worked. I think it was just the last one or two little bulbs didn't light up all the time, but now I'm just very careful to untangle these. What did I do? I twisted something backwards. Now I'm going the wrong direction. Okay. Don't want to drop the battery pack because that could break the lights too. So I'm just making sure they still work. So I'm not going to get a lot of lights, but it will give me something. I'm just going to put the battery pack over on this side because there's more greenery. A little higher up here. Wire. I'm not going to really get it all the way through. Okay. To the center. Find where the center of the lights are and just kind of get a few lights in the center at least. I do have a second pack of these, so I'll probably just have to go and grab the other pack, but it just gives a little bit of light in here. Oops. If it would stay where I put it. One thing I like about these little wired fairy lights is they're pretty forgiving. You can just kind of stick them in anything. You can always disguise the wires, pretty good with most things. Just the battery pack on these are a little bit harder to conceal, but there's always a way to hide the battery pack. But right now, I'm probably going to be able to see the battery pack just because I don't have any, maybe like that. It's a little bit more hidden at the moment, but there we go. So there is my fireplace mantle, all kind of done for Christmas. I did move those pieces around in the center, and it's just too bad that you can't see the other trees. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this. I think I liked it better the way I had it before. So I'm just gonna move this back. I really like you can see the Advent calendar. So the Advent calendar has the same shape as this, what's it called, stable. So then these can go here, and then it will just be these deer and Santa that you won't be able to see. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of wood to elevate those, and then I'll be right back. I just gotta find a piece of wood. All right, so I couldn't find a piece of wood. I've got a couple boxes from the shrimp stuff we had last night for supper, just so I can elevate those so I know how high I'll need to elevate them, but I like that. So my mantle is done. It's taken me, quite a few extra days to get this done. I still have to finish my tree. I will get my tree finished this weekend, but in the meantime I will move the camera so you can see the way the tree is right now with the lights going. But there is my fireplace mantle. I'll move the step stool out of the way so you can see. So you can see, the whole fireplace mantle with the, get my tripod to stay straight. You can see the new fireplace gate thing that we got, and then all that set up. I just don't feel like running all the way out to the shed for just a piece of wood. I didn't know how thick I needed. So now I know what size of wood I need, and then when I make it to Dollar Tree, probably tomorrow or Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday, yeah, so it's tomorrow or the next day. I will get there and I will see if they have their snowy fabric. If not, I'll buy a couple of those white car chamois, because I've used those in the past and they do look like good faux snow. Just so things are just kind of sitting up, and then I can put the piece of wood under the snow. So then it looks like, Santa and stuff are up high on the snow, and it will kind of fill up. I do want to get a little bit higher so it's more centered. My camera keeps moving. I'm trying to see. So I can get the Santa and those deer in the middle up a little bit higher so they're a little more centered under the clock, a little bit more, less space between them and the clock. So I'm just gonna go to the dining room so you can see the tree. Okay, so there's my tree. It looks so much fuller with some of those extra 15-foot strands around there, and those two bigger plasticky ones. I think I might grab a couple more of those plasticky ones just to get some of that snow stuff going up the rest of the tree. My cats are just attacking the tree every day nonstop. I just turned the lights on. It gets my one cat really attracted to the tree, so I'll be turning those lights off in just a few moments. But I like these. They have a timer, so it's a 6-hour timer. So I turn it on around, it gets dark here by 5 o'clock. It's just getting dark, so I'm turning the lights on probably about 5:30. So then before midnight, either if I fall asleep lately, then they'll turn off, or I turn them off. Tripod is just tipping over. Okay. Again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channels and watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.